I do gotta say it. I was wrong. Yeah, damn. I never thought I'd be doing a YouTube apology video so damn soon. I didn't even make it to 1K subscribers, yeah, or anything like that. I was wrong. I'm gonna get canceled. Oh, not like that. What the hell you think I'm talking about? Oh, y'all nasty. I'm talking about Dinomorphias. Yes, the best deck of all time is Dinomorphias. I am sorry, Dinomorphia community, bro. Please, I am so sorry. Oh shit. Oh, not the police. Hold up, bro. I got my hands up. Shit. Hold up. Nah, to be actually considerate to the deck and actually serious, I took this deck to the first locals back with Imperial open to the new spot, and I got first place. I actually did. Yes, it was a casual locals, bro. Okay,
oh,
don't be on my butt
brother,
about
this
that, bro.
guy
I
stinks.
didn't see no doo-doo decks. I really didn't. Literally, the first one. Shout out to you, Sammy. But the next two decks, yeah, it wasn't no doo-doo, okay? There's always rogue decks gonna be in the meta, right? You don't know what you're gonna go up against, right? You just gotta deal with what you have right there, okay? No matter if you lose or win against it, right? So, my matchups for that locals, it was 2-0 against Subterra Dragoon. Yeah, it's a good deck. Better decks out there. That's the thing. Shout out to you, Sammy. Love you for sure. Next round, 2-1 against Trap Trick. I wanted to record the entire locals, but my camera died. Yeah, because we just don't charge our phones. And last round, Manadium. Manadome, whatever the hell. 2-0 against that. Absolutely washed. Okay. So, without further ado, let's just get straight into that deck profile. All right, 3, 2, 1. Okay, there we are. Let's go. All right, yo. I still, you know what? I'm just gonna say it. How is this a dinosaur? How is this a dinosaur? But we don't care. Konami already made the decisions to make that a damn dinosaur. We don't complain, right? But without further ado, let's get straight into the list. Alright, so for the Dinomorphia cards, we are playing triple copies of Teresia. This is your main starter of the deck. You really want to open this card up into your hand. When this card is normal special summon, you're able to set one Dinomorphia trap card directly from your deck, which is actually really good. So your opponent cannot Ash or anything like that. They can Valor or Imperm, but as long as it's not an Ash, we're good. We're playing double copies of Diplos. We don't really want to see this card in our hand. You just want to mainly send it to the graveyard with your fusion trap cards. And even if you open it right, it kind of comes up, it kind of doesn't, It's just, you rather open up the Teresia, right? So if this card is normal special summon, you can send one Dinomorphia card directly from deck to graveyard. And oh yeah, one more thing, if you don't know about the Dinomorphia cards, you want to get your life points as low as possible, right? And these cards have separate effects when they have your life points lower than 2,000. So if your life points are lower than 2,000 for Teresia, this card gains an extra 500 attack. And if your life points are 2,000 or less, you're able to inflict 500 damage to your opponent, which can come up, but it's an alright card, right? And these cards have the same effect in graveyard, where if these cards were to be destroyed by battle or by card effect, you're able to banish one trap card from your graveyard and then special summon the other one out. So if Diplos gets destroyed, you summon Teresia. If Teresia gets destroyed, you summon Diplos. Alright, so that's going to be it for the Dinomorphia monsters, because there's obviously no more in the damn deck. Yeah, Konami prints some good ones, so I don't have to play Diplos anymore. But besides from that, we're playing triple copies of Dinomorphia Domain. And we're playing triple copies of Dinomorphia Frenzy. So these are both the fusion traps of the deck. I kind of like Dinomorphia Domain just a tiny bit more, but I can see why people like Frenzy just a lot more than the Domain, right? So Dinomorphia Domain, during the main phase, you pay half your life points as cost. You fusion summon one Dinomorphia fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from hand, deck, or field. As material. And for Dinomorphia Frenzy, you can only activate this card during your opponent's main phase. So this is why I kind of like the Domain just a little bit better, because you can activate this whenever you want, and this you're kind of restricted on when you can actually activate it, right? But where it uses its fusion materials from are just a little bit better than the Domain, where you're able to fuse monsters, exactly one monster from your main deck and one monster from your extra deck. and just a fusion summon a monster. And these both have effects in graveyard where you can banish it to avoid all burn damage, all burn or effect damage for the turn. So those are pretty good. So that's gonna be it for the fusion traps and the monsters. The rest of the Dinomorphia cards, we are playing 2 of the new card, Dinomorphia Intact. This card is absolutely insane, bro. When I first read this, I thought you needed a Dinomorphia monster, but instead you just need to control a Dinomorphia card, right? So basically, if you flip up Frenzy and your opponent attempts to go Ash, you control a Dinomorphia card right in this very moment. So you are able to flip up the Dinomorphia Intact to just Solemn Strike negate it. And the fact that this card is absolutely nuts, where like especially like you are getting your life points as low as possible, like including numbers that you would never see in any other duel besides with Dinomorphias. So once this card negates the activation and destroys it, any battle damage I were to take would be become half of the life points, right? So if I take if I have 250 life points and I get attacked by a 3k monster, I only take 125 damage from that battle, so which is absolutely insane. You're not gonna die whatsoever. We're playing 1 copy of the Dinomorphia Sonic. This card is, you know, a little bit here and there. This card you need to activate whenever your opponent activates a spell or trap card while I control a Dinomorphia monster. So that's the thing right there. I need a little bit more than just the card. It negates the activation, destroys it, and then I have to destroy a Dinomorphia monster I control, right? So this is good to destroy my monsters because they all flow into each other. But the thing is, I am walking into like some sort of like graveyard negation or some Omni negate on the board, like a Ghost Bell or like some Baron de Fleur. So like the card's all right. It's just a Solemn Judgment for the deck, and playing 1 Dinomorphia Alert, where this is kind of like, you can consider this to be a double Monster Reborn, but this card Monster Reborn's monsters, Dinomorphia monsters, that adds up to the level of 8. So you can summon back just the Rexstrom because it's a level 8. Katarzyna, level 6. You don't have no level 2s yet for the deck. You can summon back both Teresia and Diplos to resolve both of their effects like in the new chain. So I really love this card. It's actually really good. And this has the same graveyard effect as the normal traps that you would prevent any burn damage for the rest of the turn. And these cards, if these and all the Dinomorphia like graveyard effects for the traps all need to activate when you have 2,000 or less life points, which is easy to get to. But for the counter traps, when you would take battle damage, you could banish this card from the graveyard and you would take no battle damage, so which is actually pretty good. So that's gonna be it for the Dinomorphia cards. Right after that, we're playing double copy of Fossil Dig. Literally anything that just says Rhoda for the deck, you just basically have to play it. This card's really good. And to go along with the search cards, we're playing double copies of Prosperity. I only play double copies of Prosperity because obviously, you know, the Dinomorphia extra deck is a little bit tight, and the fact that you are playing mostly with your extra deck, so you can't really afford to banish cards. But honestly, every time this card came up, I was banishing the 6. One time I banished 3, but honestly, this is why I only played the 2, because more than half of the time the third one will be dead. So that's the thing right there. After that, any deck where I can play my Sun Dragoon, I will definitely play it. So we're playing the bricks of the deck, and we're playing triple copies of Red Eyes Fusion. Literally Red Eyes Dark Dragoon with a Rexstrom is absolutely insane, especially if your opponent has no way to deal with it. Because yeah, just imagine a non-targeting can't be destroyed and pops 2 burns. Yeah, you know what Dragoon does. That's my son. I love him. So that's gonna be it for that. Now this is where all the good stuff comes in. We are entering a hand trap heavy format, so we're gonna do the exact same thing and play all the hand traps. So playing triple Ash, triple Ogre. We're playing triple Drone Lockbird. We're playing triple Infinite Impermanence. We're playing 1 Veiler. So this is gonna be it for all the hand traps, and you already know if I'm playing the one Veiler, that means I am playing the crossouts and the one called by the grave. This basically this crossout designator just basically says, yeah, I can use my hand traps to negate you, and at the same time I can use it to protect myself as well, right? Because you are so you are so vulnerable to Ash Blossom, especially when it comes to your fusion normal fusion trap cards, to an Ash Blossom or anything like that. So yeah, crossout call Ash, you're all set. A Rexstrom on the board can easily be ogred because it doesn't prevent effect from hand either, and these cards are 0 attack, so like you're obviously not gonna avoid that whatsoever either. But Ogre destroy the Rexstrom is really terrible. So crossout call Ogre, crossout call Imperm or Veiler. The Imperm call, the crossout call the Veiler came up a lot too, so like obviously this was such a good call for me to play as well. So that's gonna be it for the main deck. To the extra deck now, we are playing triple copies of Rexstrom, we're playing triple copies of Kentrigina, playing triple copies of Stealth Bergia, and we're playing 2 copies of my Sun Dragoon. Alright, so I did play the casual event, obviously. I just built the deck as if I'm just gonna go to like a regional or like just like a regular locals, right? So Cash Tira obviously rips from your extra deck, so playing multiple copies of each, your opponent's not gonna have an easy time because no matter what they try to rip, they're kind of effed, right? So that's one thing. Second of all, you do need multiple copies as well, because like especially like copies like Stealth Bergia, this is the card you mainly send from your extra deck with your copy of Frenzy, so you don't really know, we don't really summon this card all that much. So this is why we're mainly playing the Stealth Bergias. The Kentrigina is one of your main strategists of the deck. When this card you do quick effect during the main phase, pay half your life points and banish 1 Dinomorphia normal trap from your graveyard, and this effect becomes that trap's effects. So basically more than half of the time you're gonna be banishing the trap that you just used to summon this card, or if this card managed to stick around for a little bit longer, you can use it on your alert to bring back your Dinomorphia Rexstrom. So has a lot of pretty good reasons to play it. And Rexstrom, this is basically like kind of like a Mystic Mine, but you know, if your opponent has no out to this card, they're pretty much F, because your opponent cannot activate monster effects with attack equal or higher than my life points, and your life points get low. Like, imagine you have 250 life points. Like, besides from 0 attack monsters, what are they activating, right? So that's definitely one thing. And Dragoon, you already know what my son does. This is my son right here, okay? If someone else tells you otherwise, this is my son, okay? My child. So that's gonna be it for all the fusion monsters. For the rest of the extra deck, we are playing 1 Psychic Gen Punisher. With a Rexstrom out, like if you are guaranteed the way to reborn the card, right, with alert set or Kentrigina to banish the alert to summon it again, this is normal summon, literally Ogre or Ash Blossom in the sense there are level 3 tuners. Summon this card out. This will be such a big body on board. Like, your opponent is not gonna do anything about this. They can't even do anything about this because it's unaffected by your opponent's activated effects too. So good luck trying to get rid of this. XZs, Dolka, Logia, monster negate, spell trap negate, or if a monster were to be summoned too. So basically a Solemn Judgment, and this is a Solemn Strike, and then Zeus if you were to basically attack with your XZs. Now going straight for the side deck. Oh, right before I actually go to the side deck, when I mentioned that I banish Offer Prosperity, literally these are the cards you would banish if you wanted to go 6. Basically these, 1 Dragoon and 1 Stealth Bergia. Those are your 6 right there. Nothing more, nothing less. 3, obviously any combination of those cards would work. Side deck, 1 Ghost Spell, because this is more of like a crossout designator target. It doesn't,
I don't see a lot of people playing Ghost Bell, but more than half of the time, if I were to take this card from my side deck out, they are playing the freaking Ghost Bell. You know Yu-Gi-Oh. We're playing Gamma Seals. Get rid of anything on the board. Lightning Storms. You would just pop either back row or all attack position monsters. Evenly, really good card. Playing double copies, triple copies of Solemn Judgment, and we're playing double copies of Fairy Flame. This card is so toxic. It is so toxic, and it's not once per turn either. So if you have both of them, yeah, you're gonna have a great time with yourself, but your opponent's gonna probably hate you for the rest of time. All right, so that is gonna be it for the deck profile. This deck is really fun, especially so if I were to go back to the tier list real quick and I were to change the spot from Dinomorphias from the last time, this would definitely just move up to the experimental range. There are a lot of ways to play this deck. There are more ways I am gonna play this deck. This was just a version of the deck that was basically ready first. That I got all the cards for this specific list right here and for the locals, but after tonight I actually do have more cards to go for different versions of the deck, so that will hopefully be coming soon for me to bring this deck more. So locals, there are other decks that I'm going to be working on as well, and a whole bunch of good stuff as well. I'm going to be trying to release the locals vlog for this video. It's nothing too special, it's just I had a really great time with the boys. Got a couple duels nice and recorded, just waiting to be posted, you know. Without further ado, I hope you guys have a great day. Peace out, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.